Hey you, welcome to this upload on May in Bloom. I hope you're doing well, and for this video I wanted to share a bit about eating well and being well, because obviously to eat well is to take care of yourself and to feel well as well, at least for me. And especially in Lisbon, I wanted to show you a bit of the meals I put together and a few of the ways I organize my food and nutrition throughout to make it easier to eat well throughout the weeks. So the first thing I like to share is my love for the conventional store called Pingodos. I hope that's how actually you pronounce it. And the reason I really love this place is that it has such a variety of products, and they're usually of great quality, and the stores are usually found everywhere. So it was a staple in shopping for food and planning meals. It's also where I fill up my refillable bottle. Recovering from a flu, so I'm trying not to overwhelm my digestive system, so it can help me get better and repair. So just fruits, and I also got some avocado from my roommate that she had cut, and she wanted to share half of it with me, so I'm gonna have that as well. And then I have my tea. I have some maca powder in there and some mint and some mint tea mixed in here, and then just some plant milk with almonds and oat. So I'm gonna have that as my drink, and I'm gonna eat this. And I always have my glass of water, of course. So a normal breakfast for me usually consists of lots of fresh fruits and accompanied with something a bit more warm and filling, like oatmeal with nuts and other essential seeds, and again a bit of fruits, as you can see here with the bananas. And this obviously usually varies from season to season. I also like adding shots. This one's is, for example, lemon and apple cider vinegar with ginger, just for the immunity of it. And then another breakfast. This one is looking a bit dry. I would normally add a bit more milk on the top, but with spirulina, delicious. Then we have my lunches. I usually like to prepare lunches beforehand, because when I'm working from home I like to just grab them, warm them up, maybe add a bit of fresh herbs and ready to go. But usually it's more greens as well, maybe a bit of cornbread or corn wrap, hummus, anything that makes me feel like I will get an extra boost of energy, but also not too heavy, so I feel like dozing off during work. A great one of those kinds of lighter meals is maybe a soup. I like a good soup with coconut milk and handfuls of vegetables added to it. Sometimes though, for lunch or dinner or weekends, I do go out to eat, and I usually like to stay in my neighborhood because they have a lot of cute restaurants that are also very vegan friendly. This one, for example, is The Therapist. There's also another one that I really love called Honest Greens. I would really recommend those if you're ever in Lisbon. And another thing I do like to do, I don't know if this sounds weird, but I love a good city foraging. It doesn't actually matter if it's in the city, but just if I see edible fruit or any herbs in the forest, I like to pick them up, and I like to become even better at it. These fruits are delicious. Try them. As a rule, I usually like to prepare my foods on Sundays. That way it will be fresh for much longer and I can enjoy it for more days. The food I usually make is like one big meal that I'll mostly have for my lunches, because that's the time when I just need something that I can eat fast before I go back to work, but something that I'm also sure is nutritious and delicious and just all around nourishing. So for this particular Sunday, I was making something I was also experimenting with, which was rice with mushroom rice, and some beans and lots of veggies, aubergines. I love a good veggie filled meaty kind of dishes, and I usually like to make them on Sundays as well, because that's the time where I am able to do my groceries as well and be more mindful of what I have planned for the rest of the week. And then I'll probably have to cook again midweek or around there for the rest of the week, but usually I'm good and set with that preparation. I was really lucky to find a few zero waste places in Lisbon where you could buy food by the bulk, and it's really good for the environment, but it also helps you not overbuy things that you might not need or be able to use. So being able to pick out what I need and put them in usable jars that I can drink from, or I can add to my smoothies or add to my breakfast oats, is really nice and an effective way to do groceries. And also I love how I can see everything so clearly in the jars, and they're much more accessible in some way, visually and also practically, and I'm more aware of what I need to refill on and how much I have of different things when I store them in this way. So I was really happy to find a zero waste kind of store right where I lived, and the owners were also very nice, and I definitely recommend that you check them out. I also go to farmers markets and pick out a few products that I like to experiment and also support small brands, and basically that's how I usually will prepare for the rest of the week. Groceries, food preparations, making sure I eat well and stay well. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I look forward to talking to you and sharing with you in my next video. Please do take care. Bye.